warm welcome to Disky Talk with Luyolo. If you're tuning in for the very first time, I do ask that you please subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you've been a part of this journey, I hope you thoroughly enjoy this episode. So, on today's episode, I discuss all things Kaizer Chiefs versus Chippa United as I have a post-match analysis of Kaizer Chiefs' performance. So, with regards then to how that game played out, Kaizer Chiefs won that game 4-0. They were very clinical on the day and they were able to take their chances. However, Chippa United on the other hand at times played really well, but they just couldn't convert those chances. So, a great victory then for Kaizer Chiefs with regards to the result and how clinical they were, especially Keagan Dolly, who was at the heart of that great performance. So, when we have a look then at Kaizer Chiefs will be represented by the blue team. So it was Mr. Kaizer Motaung's 77th birthday. So that is actually a great birthday gift. So when you have a look at Kaizer Chiefs, then they started with a 4-3-3. In goals, they started with Daniel Akpe. At right back, they started with Blom. Two centre backs, they started with Matoa as the right-sided centre half. As the left-sided centre half, they went with Thabani Dube. At left back, they went with Frosler. So with regards then to Thabani Dube, I think he had a very solid game in the heart of defense, and I think what he was very good at was his body orientation, B, his positioning as well, as he was very good at being able to cut out certain balls which were played into the box, especially those crosses that Cardoso and Matoa would normally struggle with, but Thabani Dube dealt with them very well. He was very solid in the heart of defense. And when we look at it then from a build-up play perspective, also very comfortable on the ball, and at times he was able to play that ball into midfield. However, Kaizer Chiefs did struggle to string passes and have cohesive play where they couldn't really progress the ball within the midfield. But Thabani Dube very solid in the heart of defense, and he keeps growing in confidence, and very inspiring performance there at the back. You know, I think going forward he should definitely be looking to build on this performance, you know, especially considering how well he did with certain balls, and how he was able then to lead this back line to a clean sheet. Very impressed. At left back, disappointed that Frosler started. I just feel that a left-footed player should have started there, either Mabiliso or a Happy Mashiane, you know. I just feel that they would have given us a lot more width, especially when the ball progressed into consolidation phase, because at times whenever the ball did progress into the midfield, Frosler wouldn't offer that width, but he'd always look to invert. So that then closed angles and passing channels from vertical zone 1 perspective. However, moving then into midfield, they started with the midfield three of Njabulo Ngobo, Patucheza Nange, who played as the 8, and then Nkosimpile Ngobo, who played as a 10. I just think that Njabulo Ngobo really struggled in this game, and if there ever was a game which showed us that he's better suited at playing centre back than defensive midfielder, I think this was the game, because whenever he assumed the role of having to come and start playing and look to get his foot on the ball within midfield, he really struggled. He was struggling to complete passes, decision making was poor at times. However, whenever he had to drop into the back line to assist, whenever there was pressure and those balls were played into the box, he read the game very well and he was able to head those balls away, you know, which then just shows you his natural position. So I just think that he's better suited as playing as a centre back. And then when we have a look at the front three, Paker started off the left hand side, Billiat up front, and then Dolly started as the right inverted winger. So the man of the match then, Keagan Dolly, played absolutely phenomenal. You know, I think he was very clinical on the day, and if you have a look at the performance stats, that Kaizer Chiefs dished out, when we're having a look at their passing game, they struggled in that regard. They couldn't really hold the ball. They couldn't really affect the game with regards to ball possession, as Chippa United enjoyed a lot more of that. But what Kaizer Chiefs were very good at on the day, they were very good at finishing and taking their chances and being clinical within the final third. And a special mention also goes to Khama Billiat, who I think was very instrumental in the first goal with regards to staying up and being strong, especially when he beat Zulu for pace, and it looked like he was going to go to ground, but he stayed strong. He lays the ball off, and Dolly finishes off very well. The second goal then, we're having a look at him when they were deep in their own half. Chippa United lose the ball. Kaizer Chiefs hit them on the transition. Billiat plays the through ball. Paker is in an offside position. He realizes that. He leaves the ball. Dolly gets onto it, and he finishes off very well. So that's also another point to mention with regards to how well Keagan Dolly and Billiat's partnership came to the fore with regards to this game. They assisted each other, and when you look at the third goal as well, another beautiful pass by Dolly, and what I like about that goal is Khama Billiat's run. He starts in an offside position, and then he makes that bucket run, and when he makes that run, you know, he's then able to get into the right pocket of space where he finishes. So it's a half moon run that he makes very well. Dolly slips the ball in, and Khama Billiat finishes off very well. So Dolly and Billiat had very good displays, but of course the man of the match was obviously Keagan Dolly, who played absolutely phenomenally. And then when we have a look then at how the game finished off, Kambole does come on, and he gets the fourth for Kaizer Chiefs, which is, yeah, man, I think it's very important that he got that goal for his confidence, you know, going forward. So Kaizer Chiefs then were very ruthless when it comes to their finishing and within the final third. However, not the greatest of performances when it comes to progressing the ball and looking to keep possession from a qualitative perspective. However, the most important thing that counts at the end of the day is scoring the goals and getting the result, which is what Kaizer Chiefs did very well. So Kaizer Chiefs then scored 4 goals, and then when we have a look at Chippa United, coming into this one then, Chippa United started with a 4-4-1-1. So when we have a look at it in goals, they started with Watenga, a back four of Peterson, started as the right back, 2 center halves. They had Zulu, and they had Hakongo, and then they had Hanamu. Within the heart of midfield, they had Jodwane and Kize, and then off the 2 wings, they had Libito start off the right hand side, and then they had Sangare start off the left, and then they had Lenti start behind the striker, and then up front was Thokozani Sikotong. So when we have a look at Chippa United then, I think they actually had a good performance. It's just that at the end of the day, they were not able to take their chances, because they did create so many chances, and had they taken their chances, it would have been a different story altogether. I think at certain periods and certain phases of the game, they played really, really well. They were able then to penetrate the right pockets of spaces and work the ball up very well into the final third, where they created chances. They just couldn't take their chances. So at the end of the day, it is Kaizer Chiefs 4, Chippa United 0. Thank you very much for tuning in to yet another special episode of Disney Talk with Leon.